Here to present the Weld Coxe Marketing Achievement Award are 2012 recipient Dana Burks and Frank Lippert, immediate past president of SMPS.
Okay, Frank, I don't know about you. Do you sing?
I don't sing, but I've done some things with glitter.
I've heard that. Sweet. I knew that. I really knew that. Well, good evening. Frank and I are honored to be here as jury co-chairs to present the Weld Coxe Marketing Achievement Award, the highest individual award bestowed by SMPS. MAA recognizes one preeminent marketing leader for exemplary career achievements in the areas of research, education, professional leadership, marketing communications, and innovative programs, and for lasting contributions that advance the field of professional services marketing in our industry. Before we continue, we want to thank the 7 veteran marketers who served on the selection committee for this year's award. Theirs was a difficult assignment, as several outstanding candidates were nominated.
This is the 3rd year that the award will be presented in memory of Weld Coxe. Weld was a pioneer in the field of marketing and professional services, a founder of SMPS, and the 2nd recipient of the Marketing Achievement Award. In the audience tonight are 5, Dana is 6. Recipients of the Weld Coxe Marketing Achievement Award. Please stand as I call your name. Lauren McCracken. Julie Lures. Randy Pollock. Mitch Levitt. And of course, Al Potter. Thank you all. 22 individuals have been recognized to date with this award. On this night, we honor the 23rd recipient, and we celebrate her achievements.
Our honoree is one of those exceptional professionals who have demonstrated the leadership, dedication, creativity, and wisdom of Weld and the past recipients of this legacy award. This is truly a great honor to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of this most deserving honoree. She, yes, a she, is a woman who I have known for more than 2 decades, have always admired and respected, and that I have been blessed to have as one of my personal mentors. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 recipient of the Weld Coxe Marketing Achievement Award is Karen Courtney, AIA, FSMPS. Karen's 35-year career trajectory is a lesson in dreaming big, working hard, and succeeding across an incredible span of professional, association, family, and volunteer roles, including the roles of architect, marketing leader, business developer, educator, and mentor. Here are just a few of her professional achievements.
Thanks for giving me the short list. Throughout her career, Karen has used research to guide business initiatives. She's discovered new markets, informed marketing and communications, and strategy. She's included research done either by her or her collaboration with others for branding studies, market potential, client issues, firm audits, name recognition, client satisfaction, marketing communications. Her research has helped companies like BSA Life Structures take on early leadership position in the healthcare evidence-based design when there were few market leaders there.
Karen has applied her transformational leadership skills to SMPS as a 28-year member. She served 7 years as a society board member, including a term as SMPS president in 2004 and 2005. The SMPS strategic plan is a direct result of her board leadership to provide the organization with a solid roadmap for its future. One of her proudest SMPS accomplishments, Karen helped found SMPS Maine and served as a board member and leader during the chapter's formative years.
She's a dedicated educator. Karen has taught more than 60 programs nationwide, more than 20 classes for SMPS. She was the co-creator of SMPS's business development workshops, and she's currently a faculty member for BDI. Karen has authored chapters in the SMPS Marketing Handbook and the AIA Handbook of Professional Practice, and now she's working with AIA to create best practice papers for the design profession.
Over 20 years, Karen has won 28 awards for highly effective PR and marketing communications programs for 3 different companies. These award-winning initiatives have driven business results for her firms, including $1.3 million in revenue for BSA Life Structure's Fast Forward division and the firm's emergence as a national design leader. While working at Harriman, Karen implemented a comprehensive marketing communications program to transform its status from an EA to a design-focused AE firm. Her expertise of PR gains wide exposure for her employers, including national recognition for Harriman for a new high school and 65-plus media placements to help BSA Life Structures grow into that national firm. While at Barton Mallow, she created a new recruiting materials using social media tactics and strong messaging. Through innovative program development, Karen transformed the sales and interview processes at these firms, most notably at BSA Life Structures, whose revenues grew from $37.5 million to $57 million in 4 years.
SMPS fellow Rolf Fusler, a longtime mentor and collaborator of Karen's, described her influence and commitment in this way. At the highest levels, she influences firm leaders by dramatically raising their level of awareness and appreciation for communications and marketing as powerful enterprise-changing tools. On a colleague level, she has tirelessly given back to her peers, emerging marketers through seminars, workshops, mentoring, involvement in SMPS chapters, and the industry professional organizations. Rolf says, "I've watched Karen mentor young marketing coordinators who over time evolve into marketing directors."
Karen, on behalf of the entire SMPS community, thank you for your dedication to our profession, the society, and the industry. Will you join us and say a few words?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm overwhelmed. Isaac Newton once wrote, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants." In accepting the Marketing Achievement Award, it is very much due to the giants of SMPS who have come before me, the leaders I've been mentored by, the practitioners I've learned from, the network that has given me support, and the SMPS members who have befriended me. When I learned of this honor, I was very humbled to be recognized for a career that was built when there was very little guidance and few mentors to show me the way. And tonight, I'd like to thank many of these SMPS giants who have made my career and successes possible. I was fortunate that when I was in MBA school in the 80s at the University of Texas, that I met Herman Thun, an early member and president of SMPS and fellow Midwesterner now in Texas, who hired me when I was still in grad school. With his mentoring and strong professional example of both an architect and a marketer, I started down this new path of professional services marketing. And so Herman, still deep in the heart of Texas, thank you for taking a risk on a young architect and giving me the experience to get licensed, but also for educating me and demonstrating that it is possible to have a career that is different from all of your architecture classmates and still be successful. And speaking of Texas, I want to thank many of the Texans who, without them knowing it, as a young professional, I observed and modeled my career after. People like Randy Pollock, Lauren McCracken, Dana Burks, Freddie Bastillo, Phyllis Boyer, Lee Slade, Nancy Ustry, Bruce Lee, Kay Lentz, and Pixie Pringle Sykes. Y'all made a big impression on me, and I learned so much from all of you before I left Austin for a job in Maine. Thank you, Texas Giants. In Maine, working for Harriman Associates as their first ever director of marketing and business development, I knew I'd found my calling. 12 wonderful years were spent there, during which time I again watched and learned from giants in this new geography as I set my sights on being a firm owner. People like Mike Riley, Judy Nitsch, Gene Valence, and Eddie Bond in Boston, and Mainers like Ruth Carr, Ann Kroger, and Lisa Stevens. I also learned new skills in PR and marketing communication, and for that I'd like to thank my longtime mentor and dear friend, Rolf Usler, who taught me, a former high school newspaper editor, the art of story pitches, creating compelling marketing communication, strategic public relations, how to write good copy, and most of all, was there as a trusted advisor as I rose through the ranks and became a firm owner. Thank you, New England Giants. And also, I want to express my appreciation and deep affection for Harriman Associates for taking a risk on a woman from away, as they say in Maine, and letting me have such wonderful opportunities to grow and succeed. Although now mostly retired, thank you, Bob, Ed, Eric, Rod, Greg, and John, for giving me the opportunity to do and experience things at a young age that had led me to this award today. There were days I would go home and think to myself, would I let the 30-year-old me do the stuff that they let me do this week? And the answer was no. But fortunately, their answer was yes, why not? And I grew and succeeded because of the great trust and confidence that they all showed in me. The West Coast called, and I was off to Seattle for 2 years, and once again I found SMPS giants to emulate and befriend. Seattle members Jan Fletcher, Marcy Lohr, Ted Stive, Bill Strong, and Carla Thompson. Your help in acclimating me to a new city and firm were more important to me than you will ever know, and your presence in my life made even the rainiest days there brighter with your friendship and support. Thank you, Seattle Giants. About this time, I started a new career path of service to SMPS by being on the national board, first as secretary-treasurer and culminating in 2005 as national president. Once again, my career was guided and inspired by SMPS giants who were also national board members. People like Eric Mott, Donna Corlew, Pete and Judy Kinley, Mike Savage, Cheryl Maybach, Mitch Levitt, Kay Godwin, and Tom Smith. Thank you for teaching me leadership by your example and being part of 7 wonderful, magical years in serving SMPS. And I owe a most sincere thank you to Ron Worth and the national staff, who during this time did amazing work to make each of my terms a joy and who supported my vision of starting a long-term strategic plan for our society. Your professionalism and dedication then and through today means so much to me and to our whole SMPS membership. Thank you, SMPS Board and National Team Giants. Now I'm back home again in Indiana, where I'll probably end my career, although not just yet. There are Hoosier Giants I need to thank for welcoming me back and helping me find new and different ways of professional success. Tim Barrick, Tony Steinhardt, Steve Osborne, Brent Crum, Dave Working, and Janet Sanders, herself originally a Hoosier, all Indiana SMPS giants whose wise counsel I have often sought. Thank you for hours spent talking and listening. And to SMPS members Holly Bolton and Cindy Culbertson, both of whom I hired and mentored, but who today are teaching me new things and standing on their own as future SMPS giants. Thank you for your friendship and embracing this career path with enthusiasm, but most of all for being such good examples of paying it forward as you share your knowledge and teach others now, as I had done for you. Thank you, Hoosier Giants. I have two more groups to thank before closing. I now work at LeKey Consulting Engineers of Indianapolis and Louisville. Led by Lisa Jeff and Ross Maui, they could not be here tonight, but assured me they would celebrate in grand style when I got back. I want to express my gratitude to Lisa and Ross for giving me, as their firm's first director of marketing and business development, the opportunity to apply a lifetime's worth of skills and knowledge to a wonderful firm and to do it with a great group of colleagues. I am so appreciative of your trust in me and your support in all that I do. And lastly, I would not be here or have been able to do anything professionally without my wonderful family and their support. My daughters, Kristen and Chelsea, thank you for putting up with all my SMPS responsibilities that sometimes cause me to miss things with you, and also for agreeing to come to many SMPS conferences so that we could spend quality time together afterwards as a family. Chelsea, who is here tonight, has been with me to 10 SMPS conferences. As well as a very memorable Block Island board retreat where, instead of waiting in the lobby while the board ate dinner and raised hell, she really wanted me to take her to the premiere of the latest Harry Potter movie. We did that, by the way, just after the dinner. And as a huge thank you, of course, to my husband, Bob, who has rolled with the punches for years as I've traveled for business in SMPS, listened to my joys and frustrations about this career path, and been wise counsel to me on business and finance issues. Thank you, Bob, for your love and support and agreeing long ago to a lifetime of adventure as we built careers together. Last but not least, I want to thank in spirit Weld Coxe, for whom this award is named. I met Weld in person at that Block Island retreat in 2004, and to me, he was the giant of all SMPS giants. It is because of Weld and his founding of SMPS that I found a career path that I love. I learned as much from SMPS as I did from UT's MBA program, spent some of the best years of my life in service to our society, and have made wonderful lifelong friends in SMPS. I will cherish this award created in your memory and be forever grateful for your vision of marketing professional services and SMPS. Thank you, all of SMPS, for recognizing me with this honor.